So maybe this is what you're used to seeing in your older Airstream, but you're going to replace your solar controller. So why not have something like that for your battery monitor, right? Well, here's an easy way to do it. So if this works best if you're both replacing this solar controller, because this is the monitor for it, and you're replacing the battery monitor. Well, there isn't really, well, this is supposed to be a battery monitor, but it's not really. But you're adding a Victron MPPT and a Victron BMV 712. I'll show you how you can do this. So we got a little crazy. So back behind here is a RJ45 jack, okay? And something I want to show you. This, boy, I got dirty nails. This is a different kind of plug that looks like a phone style plug. It's actually called an RJ12 because it has 6 conductors. RJ45 has 8, a typical phone line has 4, but this fits in a phone line slot. So some people can get really confused trying to extend these with phone cords. You're not gonna work, that's not gonna work. What you have to get is a RJ45 to RJ12 adapter. Now what we ended up doing was custom making one because we didn't have time. So what I did was I clipped the end off of this, got an RJ45 male end, and put the pins into the appropriate slots. I just shifted them all to one side. And then I did the same thing on the other end, which is over there. We'll show you that here in a second. And then got one of these barrel connectors, or whatever you call them. So there's a male end here. This accepts it. And then plug the original wiring in right there. So in case you have to make your own, this is an example of an RJ12 cord. See, it's got the 6 conductors in there, into an RJ45 jack. And I just used some spare ones that I have here, and a crimper. I know it's nice and dirty. I haven't used it in years, but good thing I have it. So that is what I ended up doing. The reason why this one's cut off is because I messed up the colors, and that's the key if you have to make one of these yourself, is that it doesn't really matter the order of the colors, just that they match. And again, this would basically be a one-off solution. There might be an official color ordering. I know there is with Ethernet, and typically I follow those. Like even on this package of ends, it shows you what that is. And actually, I tried to match it. I just basically went the pattern stripe solid, stripe solid, stripe solid. Problem with this one was I mixed up. I didn't match them, so I had to cut it off and do a new one. So the other thing I did was I tested by pushing a multimeter into each of these pins with the Ethernet cable connected in between it. Basically, I made a simulated what would go into the Airstream. I simulated that and testing for continuity between all the pins and that they matched. And once I did that, then I knew it was safe to plug it in. I wasn't going to damage anything. So if you got to make your own or want to make your own, this is how you do it. There we go. And I did have to trim this out just a little bit to make this fit. But there we go. And then that is just a black wall outlet cover. I was actually trying to find a gray, but Menards didn't have one locally. So we ended up with this one. And I think this looks pretty good. I was actually trying to see if I could find a stainless steel. If you really didn't care about this thing anymore, you could take the screws off of it, because this is just solid plate aluminum. You could just drill right through this, but that's probably still good for something. So anyway, that is how you can use the existing wire, because let me tell you, I don't know how you're going to get the normal Victron BMV wire to that location, because you got to go under here. I don't even know the path to get there. And then in here, where is it? Yeah, it's just right here. We made the same other end. So all this Ethernet is doing is just being an extension for the typical BMV wiring. And we just routed that out through the hole, and then into the battery box where we have the smart shunt, or not the smart shunt, the BMV shunts, where that is located. And then of course we got the smart solar controller in there. But in most Airstreams, they already have a data line ran to that location. So I think we're going to be using that in the future. And if you're looking to make an upgrade like this on your own Airstream, it might be helpful for you. So thanks for watching. And if you have any more tips on your Airstream, or really any other tips and tricks on how to get really do anything related to solar or upgrades, all that kind of stuff, feel free to comment down below. Love to hear from you. Thanks.